Happy hunting.
Hunt me.
I'm the hunted one.
I'm hunting most things.
Let us hunt something.
You can hunt.
Long have you hunted me?
You're being hunted.
Welcome back to another Top 10 Curated for the 24th of June 2018 for steemhunt.com. Let's get into the hunts for today. The first one is PopScan, the world's fastest pocket scanner. Now, normally I'm not really into little scanner devices like this, but this one's been 364% funded, but 2 years ago. So this is probably going to get knocked back actually, because normally we only accept ones that are like getting released. This one's probably been accepted because it's going to actually deliver in September 2018, and you can still buy them. They originally were 389 bucks, now they're 299 bucks. But it's a little scanner device that you can like just get your bills and invoices and photos and whatever, and it just scans it straight into your application or sends it even to Facebook by the looks of it on top of there. That would actually be super cool in airports, like just getting all your bills together while you're sitting there waiting for your plane in departures for a couple of hours, just scanning through all those little bits of paper, throw them, rip them up, make sure you rip them up, put them in the bin. You've got them all ready on to go to sync to the cloud and to send to your accountant and all that. So super cool idea, really like it. I'm a little bit hesitant of putting money into Kickstarters that don't actually deliver the product for 2 years like this one has. They've had $1.3 million and only finally delivered it 2 years later. It's a little bit too slow for me. Next up is Remarkable, a groundbreaking device changing the way people work. That's quite a statement. I think e-paper is pretty awesome. It was e-ink technology was a good technology when it first came out. Like I really loved all the things about it in terms of that, like paper white, really sharp definition, black and white, and low power. That's the big thing about e-paper. That's the reason why it was so good. We haven't really seen a new e-paper as such, and I'm looking forward to when that happens. Something that really lasts a long time before you have to charge it up, or it has a solar panel integrated on the back, like this one, version 2, with a solar panel on the back. Game changer. So this is a digital writing device for reading, writing, sketching that feels like paper. I'm definitely into stuff like this because I know that the battery life on them is insane, and if the pencil is as good as like writing on a notebook, then why would you ever want to buy a paper notebook again? And I always love to sketch. I don't know how much these are. Maybe I'll jump through to the shop quickly. How much are they? Oof. See, that's kind of pricey for a piece of paper. 599 euros. I mean, you'd think it would be incredibly good for that price, but I just don't know if it's gonna... I mean, somebody who's sketching every single day, maybe. But then again, you don't have the legacy of the paper feel of the book, and also the power goes off on this, or breaks in any way, and you haven't got it synced. I'm not sure how you deal with that, but I do like the UI on it. The interface looks really cool. Next up is Palette. He says, clicking the button. Palette, capture any color on any surface with the world's most advanced portable color digitizer. This is kind of nice, especially if you are into color design, UI, UX. Having a little sensor that can actually detect or reveal color. Imagine being able to, like, just, you know, like my orange juice here, just click on that particular orange and use that as a background for one of your graphics or your logos today. I think that'd be really cool. The Silence of Color, really nice website as well. Really love what they've done with the website, and I presume with this you can get the exact color and then kind of get iterations of gradients from that as well. $139 for that though. Not sure. You have to be doing like that stuff all the time. Seems a bit pricey to me. Next up is the steemit-feed for WordPress. Now, there's probably about, I think it's around 20 or 30% of the blogs worldwide are still hosted on WordPress. And if you are one of those people who has a WordPress blog and you've been thinking about Steam, but you don't want to abandon your WordPress blog because of your SEO or because of having that WordPress blog for so many years, people go to that URL. You can actually integrate Steam blogging onto your WordPress site. So you can blog on your WordPress site as you would normally, and then also post it to your Steemit blog, which is kind of cool because that way you keep your original audience, and then you can also start blogging and then transition across eventually maybe you might want to point it to your Steemit blog at some point, just to test it out. If you wanted to test it out, not having to blog in both places. Admittedly, it might have effects on SEO because you're going to have two identical things. It's probably going to post a comment in each one saying this is a duplicate content copied from somewhere else by Cheetah. But it's a great way to test out the platform without actually just being in two places at once. Next up is heated travel mugs, the Cauldron. Love it already just because of the name. Cayldryn-fyre, spelled F-Y-R-E, of course. Mobile temperature controlled mug, battery powered vacuum bottle that brews coffee or tea as well as boiled water and maintains the perfect temperature all day. 129 bucks seems a lot, but if you are in the middle of nowheresville, and depending on how that battery element itself works out in terms of how you charge that, this might be brilliant for the middle of nowheresville, because if you have a solar panel charging up all your existing electronics, being able to power this up as well, and stick your coffee in the top of that and brew a coffee, kind of down with that. 4 heating modes, 135 to 145 degrees, or 125 to 135 degrees, the perfect cup of coffee for most people. Extra hot, like your coffee hot at the most. Slow cook, rehydrate, freeze dried food, that's huge as well. Boil, cook, sterilize water. I mean, I think if you're off the grid quite a lot, this is a game changer, because you can just stick that on top of that light mug thing, even have it in the car, just like boiling it up or maintaining the temperature throughout the day. That's a pretty good price. I think if it dropped to 89 bucks, then it might be just a steal. Next up is the Roland RO7. I had to throw this one up because I really love Roland's gear. I've always loved their gear. They've fine-tuned this recorder year on year on year on year. Now it's actually looking like a little audio recorder that you would use. I mean, look at that thing. Isn't that the sweetest little designed audio recorder that you've seen? I really, really like the design of that. They've done a great job. Sizing of it, plugging microphones into it. You got a speaker, you got the microphone inputs left and right at the top, enclosed into the design. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. I really like Roland gear. Definite buy if you're looking for an audio recorder. It really makes a video as well if you can capture that background music and overlay that onto B-roll. It's interesting. This one, Measure. A couple of days ago, we looked at a AR ruler, and literally within 48 hours, Google, like Apple do, has jumped into the frame and like, oh yeah, tape measure, yeah, using AR, yeah, sure. Like they came up with it, obviously copied from what they've seen, and obviously don't want to be gazumped by some little software coder who's managed to do it before them. Kind of a given, really, to build an AR ruler. Now that you think about it, seems like one of those things that you just think, yeah, why wasn't that a thing before? I don't have a phone that can do this yet, but like I love the idea behind it, and I think this would inspire creativity in kids, teenagers, including adults, I guess, to look into AR stuff a little bit more past just the interactive games. Because you can do a hell of a lot with that whole like distance, that Z-index, that depth. There's going to be some incredible stuff come out. I can't wait until that's like integrated into glasses technology. Final 3 today then. Quad Guard BPX1, an FPV quad racing drone backpack with exterior drone mounts and room inside for transmitter, batteries, tools and accessories. I mean, I've always liked Low Pro's kit. I mean, 120 bucks for protecting your quad, your quadcopter, absolutely bargain. I think it's even got a little splash proof cover for rain, and even though I don't like it being on the outside like that, I think that's probably the way that you're gonna like you know throw that thing in the back of the car and be out. But remember, when you got this in the back of the car, put a cover over it, because you don't want people seeing that quadcopter in the back. They're just gonna smash the window. They're just gonna take the whole lot. Last 2 then, try count, split bills and manage group expenses. Even though I don't have an Android phone, I threw this in here because there's definitely a need for splitting bills, bill management, expenses management, especially when you're going on holiday or you're living together with somebody. Being able to effectively split bills up and see who owes what I've not found a great global application to do that yet, although me and Dalio do use Steam as a save. We have four separate Steam accounts for savings, and that's kind of working quite well because we can send Steam and Steam dollars to it, and if we wanted to, we could buy Steam dollars, and we could do it that way. And we both got access to it. It's in near enough real time, 3.5 seconds or whatever it is, and no charges, no fees. So that's kind of nice. Finally today, then, I didn't want to put this one through, but I was getting really like bottom of the barrel to find stuff. So this is the Balaton smart sensor. I haven't paid Balaton in ages, and I looked at this and thought, Jesus Christ, that thing's massive. But then as I read through it, I was like, actually, you know what, if you're playing Balaton a lot and you really want to get better, then having data on like where like your issues may be, or finding out like your speed, or trying to improve like the swing, finding out that data, I think will be useful. The only thing that worries me about this is that it might be technology looking for a solution rather than the other way around, rather than being a solution. I'm not sure, even though it tracks movements like smash, lift, clear, block, slice, drive, if it then can suggest to me that I'm doing it wrong or I could be better at doing it. It feels like it's just tracking data rather than being suggestive. So I don't know, it's interesting to me. It might be useful, it might not be useful. It seems like it's technology looking for a problem, but hey ho, I'm just a miserable 45-year-old who's grumpy at crappy generic products. This company makes so much stuff, and I've literally got a piece of electronics for everything. If you don't know what Steemhunt is, this is the website, steemhunt.com. When you go to the website on the right hand side, that's where you'll see all the links. Sometimes per day we get 150, 200 links. When you click through on any of those links on the right hand side, on the left hand side, boop, that pops up. Not that particular one, but you'll get the pop through of whatever you hunted, and then the white button, you click on that, it takes you through to the URL of the product they hunted. If you want to add your own, you just go to signup.steemit.com and get yourself signup.steemit.com, get yourself an account. If you have an account already, you just log in with your Steam blockchain details, fill in this form, very easy form to fill in, add some pictures, add some tags, make a quality post. Don't post generic stuff up on there. Post something really cool. If you want some inspiration and you want to learn what a good hunt looks like, look at the top 5, top 10 from the last couple of days and have a look through those posts and see why they've got to the top of the chart. Most of the time it's because of good photos, good copy, well written out review. Yeah, and that's it. Thank you for watching today, and I will catch up with you soon. Take care. Bye.